completely different, doesn't it? Yeah, printer paper is usually A4, isn't it? You know, we don't need any special photographic paper or anything like that, because they're just tests. I mean, you don't have to actually print them out. You can always do it by hand. So if, for example, I wanted to, let's just grab a piece of paper. If I wanted to sketch mine out, I could just do that as well. So I could actually say, well, I'm only focusing on this actual tree here. So I'm just going to put in the majority of the lines. I'm not going to draw in every single twig. You know, I'd be here forever otherwise. And just start to. So there's always options. The printer's not the only option. It's just quite a fast option, but it's entirely up to you. The nice thing is also, while you're sketching, you can slightly alter things. If I didn't quite want that trunk going up here, I could always move it if I wanted to, because, you know, you're the artist. We can make those decisions. We can change things. And like with the sketched one, I can obviously reduce down to exactly the things that I wanted rather than block them out with the media. So, you know, I could take something as simple as that as my starting point. Okay, so there's options. Printer isn't the one and only option for you. Okay. So these are just trying to get you familiar. So this one was oil pastel, and I'm just trying to see. Oh, it was watercolor paint. Yeah, so the blue works for the piece because there's so many lines going on. It could actually work. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to reach for some pencil, color pencil. Again, I've thought about my color palette, and I've just ended up with more of a natural colour palette with greens, yellows, browns. I'm going to turn it this way because I find it easier to draw on. I'm probably going to have least brown because I don't want it to go too dark. So I'm just working in with the pencil. Now, if you found you did your test in pencil, but because the photocopy underneath was making it a bit dark, you know that if you chose this as the outcome idea, to maybe not do it on the printer version, but sketch out the lines by hand, that way you'll have a brighter background, which will then make your lighter colours like yellow more vibrant. So that would again change it. They don't quite just fit to the end. If I crop it on my document to there, they're going off completely. Yeah, so don't feel you have to stick with something that looks real. Okay, so that's that one. Let's have a look at some of the others. So this one we were talking about, again, just a wash with the paints first. So I think I used acrylics. So remember, always check what you're using with your paint. Some pigments might be toxic. With acrylics, they give off a little bit of fumes when they're drying. So never paint in somewhere like a bedroom or where somebody sleeps. Never sand acrylics, and don't spray with acrylics, again, because of the particles. But they're really nice in that they dry quickly, and you only need to wash your brush out with water. So with this one, I can see here that this is very dark. This is really dark in the actual photo. So I'd actually want to change it. So again, I know that my materials would be able to do that over the top. So I've got some paint. I did have a little bit of pastel, soft pastel, and I might bring those out again. And then I've got the pen over the top, which actually works really well. So if I then pulled out, I'm going to add in some soft pastel with this one. And again, you don't have to be using a vast variety of materials. It's more about working out what is going to be successful together. So you might not have oil pastels and soft pastel, or you might not have watercolor and acrylic, but you know, you can just you know, think of the combinations. So if I worked in, now this is nice, this bright green soft pastel, so this is the chalky type, is really going to work in nicely. And again, I can't quite see or remember what the ground was like in that photograph, because it actually was more of a sunset, so it was quite dark anyway in this foreground. But I could be quite, you know, I could actually make it something else. So if I wanted to brighten this, I could think about the materials that I'm actually using rather than just have it as this dark silhouette. So this is just yellow, working in. And I could create more of a sort of stripy effect of my colours if I preferred to have another green. That's already lifted it, hasn't it? And that's quite a nice combination. And sometimes it's quite nice to have sort of a smooth looking area. And then this one is almost media on my desk, and there's the other one. So all very different, but they're all helping me to work out. And this is why I said you might do a fifth one, because you might say, well, actually, I really like the soft pastels, and I might try that one with soft pastels and try another one. Okay. So once you've done your test to get ideas, let's just go back to the presentation. Just move my materials out of the way. You can then start to develop the actual idea, what you're going to apply all of this to. Okay, just bear with me, just putting stuff out of the way. There we go. So go back to the presentation. So once you've got those tests, you've got a good idea of the media that you're going to use. So your next step is then to work out your layout. So this is how to develop an idea. And again, these ideas can be used in other projects. So first of all, think about to develop your idea, and we're going to continue with this part next lesson. To develop your idea, look back at your media tests, so that's what we've just done, and your photographs and images. So you can see here, I've got my photographs on the left, and I've got some of my tests down the bottom here. And then it says start to pull out the sections from each which you think you're most successful. Start to piece them together as a new composition. Remember, this does not have to be a scene, it could also be an abstract piece. Trial out different composition combinations and add some of your selected media. So what it's saying is, if you want to, step 2C, you could write some brief notes to tell us which media you used and if you thought it worked well or not, just as brief as that. Yeah. So the idea is we can't find a total match to an original photo. So here is an idea that I've put together. So you can see at the bottom where it's come from. So I've used the bark as the landscape base. I've got the tree that I've cut down as the original, as a tree here. And I've used the top part of this image as my sort of sunset. So you can reposition and put together other combinations. Something that you'll just think, wow, that's the one I want to take further. Okay. Does that help? Does that help give this idea of how we test media and how we can think about developing an idea? Has that been useful? So it's not about having to use 20 different media. It's about getting a nice combination that works for you with what you have. Yeah. Super. I love that one. Might take a photo to put it in the document so you can see what transformation that is. Yeah. Okay, well, look at the time again. So let's just get the last few slides on the recording. And any questions, basically, any questions? What we'd write for 2E, let's have a look. So let's go. I haven't got a 2E. Would you mean 2C? Basically, if you're doing tests, the one thing we want to know is really what you were trying to do. You're welcome. What you were trying to do and whether it worked or not. Yeah. So there's the developing idea. You know, it's always those thoughts. Did it work? What were you trying to do? What did you hope it would do? Or did you have to change it? Yes, see. Yeah, so basically what you tried, what combination of media, and did it work or not? Or like mine, might you say, well, it did work, but I wish I'd taken the string off. Yeah, it's just really what you're thinking about it. Okay, so there we are today. We were looking at testing your media combinations and then 3A, developing your idea. We'll continue with that next lesson. But again, it's got you thinking about where this can go and how you could put it together. Okay. And there is the guide so far. Okay, well done, everybody. I hope you've enjoyed that. I know I have. And I look forward to seeing you on Tuesday. Okay, take care, everybody. Bye.